Hi everybody, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here, here. What is my motivation? I don't have motivation. Only my regime, only my concentration. This is my motivation. Enough.
Oleksandr won the fight fair and square. Just looking to put on a great fight again. You know, it was very close last time. He got it by a point. A little bit more focus, a little bit more lack of complacency, and I should do the job, what I need to do. You know, it's nothing drastic has to change. A bit more the same. A little bit more focus, like I say, and I will be...
The ultimate rematch that will shake the world of boxing. Two champions, two styles, two stories on one side. Oleksandr Usyk, who has conquered the heavyweight division with his speed and power. On the other side, Tyson Fury, the undefeated giant with an unstoppable drive and unmatched reach. This is more than just a fight, it's a test of strength. When these two titans clash in the ring, only one champion will emerge victorious. Will Usyk outsmart Fury with his strategy and quickness, or will Fury impose his dominance and power once again? This is the ultimate heavyweight showdown, Usyk vs Fury 2, where only one will reign supreme. Tyson Fury's boxing career is in danger if he loses again. This fight, another defeat from Oleksandr Usyk, will be the worst match in his career as Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk prepare to step into the ring once again. The stakes have never been higher. This isn't just a fight for the heavyweight title, it's a battle for legacy, pride, and supremacy. The fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, which is set to unite all the heavyweight titles and crown the world's undisputed heaviest boxer, has become one of those events where noise about this sport is centered around these two heavyweights come together, not just for the belts, but to claim perpetuity in one of boxing's most prestigious divisions. Teddy Atlas, a well-known boxing analyst, was quoted as having said about this forthcoming bout, "Such fights make boxing great. It's a classic clash of styles, Fury's unpredictable and powerful approach versus Usyks' technical and precise skill set. That's why it is so thrilling." Teddy Atlas is quite a senior boxing analyst. He believes that the clash between Fury and Usyk is a classic matchup of contrasting styles which will cause significant anticipation and excitement within the boxing community and among fans. Tyson Fury, who has an offbeat way of fighting, always moves quickly, and likes attention, owns the World Boxing Council Heavyweight Championship. This victory over Deontay Wilder before his complete dominance over Derek Chisora ensured him as one of the great heavyweights. Promoter Eddie Hearn stated this rematch is what the fans have been waiting for. It's a fight that will define this generation of heavyweights. Expect fireworks, according to Eddie. This clash is going to be something different, and the match can go in any direction this time. Tyson has to show his full strength and skills, otherwise he will sweep. Already the winner of the previous match, Usyk, will have countless opportunities if he will win again. Fans are eagerly waiting for the upcoming clash. However, Oleksandr Usyk, a former undisputed champion of the cruiserweight division, ventured into the heavyweight division and had an instant impact when he beat Anthony Joshua to grab the WBA, Super IFWBO, and IBO weights belts. His manufacturing knowledge clearly showed his level of foot movement and how well he could operate in boxing. Both Fury and Usyk's first meeting was characterized by a high level of tactical understanding, where both fighters displayed their crafts. In the process, Usyk's accurate body and mobility posed problems for Fury. He still managed to stay on course due to his height, arm length, and ability to endure multiple blows, as well as go toe-to-toe with the Ukrainian. The fight ended in a disputed split decision that left fans divided and commentators craving a conclusive rematch. The rematch promises to answer all questions left from the first fight. Fury will likely look to impose his physical advantages and test Usyk's durability, while Usyk will aim to outmaneuver and outbox the larger Fury. Oleksandr Usyk said, "I respect as a champion, but I believe in my skills and preparation. I will prove that I am the undisputed heavyweight champion." Usyk is quite confident about his practice and skills, but there is a chance that Fury can use his size and reach to keep Usyk at bay and dominate with his jab, or he will opt for a more aggressive approach. to close the distance and overwhelm Usyk, but we cannot underestimate Usyk. He can find new ways to navigate Fury's reach and power, being dynamic in his ability to mid-fight adapt and execute a game plan is going to be very important, according to Dion. Wilder, a fellow fighter, I'd have been in the ring with Fury, so I know where he is strong and weak. Usyk has got techniques, but Fury is the real champion. It's going to be an epic battle. Deontay asserts that Fury can beat Usyk inside the ring, but it only decides who will lose. These two fighters demonstrated that they are capable of lasting the full distance. However, the speed and fierceness of this rematch might check out their endurance to a point where there is no coming back. Deontay Wilder on Tyson Fury's unifying world title fight against Oleksandr Usyk.
He seems smaller, but he seems quicker and faster. You know, he throws good combinations as well. I don't know as far as who wins. I always say, man, may the best man win. Well, hopefully those guys get in the ring healthy and they get out of the ring healthy and give the world a great fight. It's good to see unification in the heavyweight division. You know, it hasn't happened.
Deontay Wilder talks about Tyson Fury's undisputed world title clash with Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk fight became the talk of the town, and now the Gypsy King is ready for the next bout. Fury lost in a split decision to Usyk, thereby damaging his chances of becoming an undisputed heavyweight champion. Now Fury's promoter Frank Warren has claimed that there will be a rematch against Oleksandr Usyk, and they were pushing for the bout to take place in Saudi Arabia in October this year, as per Sports Bible report.
He stayed on him every second. He just was out of range, and he was back in range, just kept pressing. He burnt Tyson Fury out. His gas tank got lower and lower and lower, and he had nothing left. And it was like that ninth round really sealed the deal. You know, the referee giving him the standing count. A lot of people say if the ropes keep your opponent up, it's considered a knockdown. Well, that would mean he got 3 knockdowns in that ninth round because the ropes kept him up about 3 or 4 times. But who cares? The right man won. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a rematch. I'm not feeling there's going to be a rematch for one reason or another. But what a fight. Usyk, you legend.
However, Warren has yet to confirm any specific date for the fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. So far, there is no official statement about the rematch from Usyk's side after the first match between these two players. Tyson said after losing the game,
Thank you to God, in the mighty name of Jesus. We put on a good fight for the fans. You know, I always say it's about getting paid and getting laid. And we did that tonight. I thank Oleksandr for the good fight. It was a close fight, you know. I believed, like I thought I did enough, but you know, I'm not a judge. I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it. You know, if they would have said to me in the last round or whatever, you're down, go out and try and finish him, I would have done that. But we believe, everyone in the corner believed we were up. You know, all I had to do was just keep boxing and doing what.
while Oleksandr Usyk first words after beating Tyson Fury and becoming undisputed.
I don't think about boxing now. Please, don't worry. I don't know why, because I believe that I win. I could do work. Don't worry. I don't think about it, because we have a winner. Okay, maybe. I don't think about it, because we have.
Britain's Fury dominated the early rounds of their undisputed heavyweight clash, but lost a split decision to the Ukrainian maestro, who nearly sent him to the canvas in the 9th round. It was the only loss in 36 professional bouts for Fury, who was contesting the first heavyweight unification fight since 1999 and the first in the 4-belt era, while favoring the Tyson Fury promoter Eddie Hearn said.
As a great heavyweight who was amazing for the sport, British world heavyweight champion, great personality, but not a true great, in my opinion, because he just hasn't beaten the opposition, right? He beat Deontay Wilder. Like, where's the other elite guys that he beat? And that's why they need each other. AJ needs Fury. AJ needs to beat Usyk. Usyk's done it now. Usyk's a generational great, right? Undisputed cruiserweight world champion. Beat AJ twice. Beat Tyson Fury. I mean, if he beats him again, he's home and dry. Do you know what I mean? Unless AJ can come back and get.
Furthermore, Eddie Hearn ranks the current top heavyweights in the world, including Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. He claims that the Gypsy King is not a generational great until he beats AJ, or there was a rematch clause in the contract for the fight, which took place in the early hours in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and saw Usyk crowned as undisputed heavyweight champion. Afterward, Fury, who gave up his WBC belt to Usyk, who already held the IFBB and WBO titles, that he would discuss the potential rematch loosely scheduled for October with his wife and children. The unpredictable Fury has twice retired from boxing before returning to the sport. There is an alternative potential mouth-watering match that could be organized between him and former British world champion Anthony Joshua. The top-ranked CEO Bob Arum has revealed that Tyson Fury wants a rematch with Oleksandr Usyk before the end of the year. Ukraine's Usyk captured the Gypsy King by split decision in their heavyweight battle at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh this month to become the first ever undisputed champion of the four-belt era and halt Fury's undefeated run. The ex-undisputed heavyweight champ dominated from the early moments, but was almost knocked out in an electrifying ninth round before he eventually met his first career loss. Arum did not directly suggest where any rematch would take place, but only indicated it would be held in Saudi Arabia. "I know Tyson is desperate for a return bout," he said. "I think it will probably be in November or December, because you can't do it in October," according to Bob Arum. "So I think late November, early December, or mid-December would be ideal for the rematch." He further stated, "I think the contract provides for Saudi Arabia to do the rematch, and the truth is that doing it anyplace else would be impossible, even without the contract, because nobody could afford those purses as big a fight as it is." However, Anthony Joshua believes the judges were right to name Usyk the winner of the bout. The outcome of this rematch will have significant implications for the heavyweight division. An undisputed champion will bring clarity and excitement, potentially setting up mega fights with other top contenders and solidifying the winner's legacy as one of the greats in boxing history. According to promoter Eddie Hearn, this rematch is set to be one of the biggest fights in heavyweight history. Both men are champions in their own right, and the world will be watching to see who comes out on top. Usyk beat the Olympic gold medalist twice in 12 months, but Arum believes Fury still wants to take on his British rival. Talking to Tyson, he wants Joshua to fight said. He further stated, "I think that fight would certainly belong in Wembley. Hopefully that's where it will take place." Fury may have lost his titles, but the scorecards were close and pundits were divided on who won the fight, but Arum believes Fury came out on top, but only just the way I looked at it. And I was sitting with Frank, and after the 10th round, I told him that Tyson has to win one of the next 2 rounds to win the fight. He added, "First of all, a spectacle," says Matchroom Supro Eddie Hearn, who promotes former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. He further stated how great for the sport of boxing, incredible fight, and absolutely a fight of 2 halves. Struggled to give Usyk maybe more than 1 round in the first half of the fight, and then all of a sudden the fight changed in rounds 7 and 8. The momentum started to swing. How did he survive the night? I thought he was very lucky that the referee didn't jump in. He showed unbelievable heart to stay on his feet and unbelievable composure. Coming out for the 10th and 11th, he was losing those rounds, but he was recovering ever since the famed fight the world has been eagerly anticipating, when the Gypsy King and the Cap will enter the ring together again. Boxing writer Dan Raphael has commented, "This fight is everything boxing fans have been waiting for. 2 elite fighters at the top of their game battling for all the belts. It doesn't get any better than this." Fury possessed the option to force a rematch in his contract. The original date proposed for the rematch fight, which is projected to be bigger and better than the first, was set for October, but has been pushed back by the Saudis.
Listen, back in the States, we have a thing called the Super Bowl, and there's a lot of hype, and sometimes it lives up to it, and sometimes it don't. It's not a great game. This lived up to it. This lived up to what a fight of this significance, of this stature, of this historic importance should be. It really did. And I picked Usyk to win, but I mean, it was very close.
X. Mike Tyson coach Teddy Atlas reacts to Usyk beating Tyson Fury to become undisputed champion. However, Turkey Alec, who confirmed the rematch, did not name a venue or destination for the fight, but said the hotly anticipated rematch would take place during Riyadh season. Another field fighter, Anthony Joshua, said, "I've faced Usyk, and I know how good he is, but Fury is a different animal. The forthcoming match will be a tough examination for both fighters after his maiden defeat that occurred during one of the greatest battles in boxing history. Tyson Fury is still undecided on whether he should have a rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. The British boxer took the early rounds, but ended up losing through points to Ukraine's Maestro, who almost dropped him in round number 9.
Tyson comes back with so much weight on, you'll steamroll Alexander. Yeah, you'll steamroll.
Derek Cora confronts Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk. Referee, it was Fury's only loss after 36 paid fights, the first heavyweight unification since 1999. And since the era of 4 belts began, there was a rematch clause in the fight contract held at Dawn in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, as a result of which Usyk became an undisputed world champion among heavyweights. Speaking about his rival Oleksandr, Usyk stated, "I respect Tyson Fury, but I have confidence in my training and my skills. I will demonstrate again why I am better than him. It's all about intelligence inside the squared circle. My abilities, swiftness, and tactics shall outbox and outwit Fury." Afterward, Fury, who gave up his WBC belt to Usyk, who already held the IFBA and WBO titles, that he would discuss the potential rematch loosely scheduled for October with his wife and children. "I'll have a holiday, go home, put it to the wife and kids. I'll see what I want to do," the self-styled Gypsy King told reporters. "I'm 36 in a few months. I've been boxing since I've been a child, so it is what it is," he added. "But the one thing is, all the time I'm still loving the game. I was having fun in there. I was enjoying myself. Then I'll continue to do it." The unpredictable Fury has twice retired from boxing before returning to the sport. Apart from Usyk, another tempting fight would be against British rival and former world champion Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury said, "I thank Oleksandr for the good fight. It was a close fight, I believe that I just did enough, but I'm not the judge." After losing a split decision to Oleksandr Usyk, Fury has expressed his thoughts about the future. Having suffered his first career loss, the Gypsy King became the first 4-belt undisputed heavyweight champion of boxing in Saudi Arabia. Usyk and Fury fought for almost 22 years to decide who would be crowned the king of heavyweight boxing since 1999.
When he's got more weight on, yeah? There was no game plan, I'm not gonna lie to you. Because there was so much of showboating. When Fury showboats, that means he's running out of ideas. There was so much showboating, I don't care. I like Fury when he's got his weight on and he's steamrolling his opponents. That was not right. We didn't like that. He had his fake back on, but he didn't have the steamrolling. He was faking going backwards. Normally fakes coming forward and hitting you, but he didn't do that this time.
It proved to be the Ukrainian who snatched the WBA, WBO, WBC, and IF belts with a split decision win. Following a thrilling 12-round fight, the Brit had a rematch clause inserted in the showdown, and talk has already turned to the prospect of a second meeting between them. Telling about his preparation, Fury said, "I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm ready to show the world that I'm the true undisputed heavyweight champion. Usyk is a great fighter, very skilled, but he's never faced anyone like me. I'm going to put on a masterclass and leave no doubt who the king of the ring is. That would leave Usyk to just bring in the WBA, WBO, and WBC titles into his second fight against Fury later this year." However, Fury himself has cast doubt over his future by making no immediate decisions on his next career move. In the post-fight press conference, he said, "I believe I was the best I could have been. I don't think I could have done any better, but other than that, I did the best I could." He's a good fighter. Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas mentioned this as a classic clash of styles. Fury's unorthodox physical approach against Usyk's technical mastery. It's a fight that can go either way depending on who can impose their will. According to Teddy, both fighters have the potential to win, but this time Tyson has to show his skills this time, otherwise he will be knocked out from his boxing career. He will have vast opportunities if he can win this rematch. Tyson said that after winning this rematch previously, we've punched the out of each other for 12 rounds there, so we're going To go home, eat some food, drink a few beers, spend some family time, walk my dog, go to the tip, and me and Frank are going to talk about what's going to happen in the future, so Tyson is quite confident about the next rematch that he will, and he is working extremely hard.
Picked Usyk, and at the end it was kind of telling. I said, there's one thing we forget about him. The other guy's got the longer reach. He can win it on the outside. I thought Usyk would have the advantage on the inside if he could get in there without getting damaged on the way in. But at the end of the day, when they asked me for a prediction, they all thought I was leaning towards Fury because of the way I laid it out. Where he had some physical advantages with size, obviously with reach. And at the end, I picked Usyk, and they were like, why? I said, because his greatest talent is the talent that you cannot measure on graphics. You can't measure, with pen and...
Derek Chisora is a professional and quite experienced person. His analysis is worth what he is quite realistic. Tyson said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think I just do a little bit more of the same, keep my defense a little bit tighter, a bit more focus, and not so much messing around because I was having fun. And their promoter, Frank Warren, says a rematch clause in Tyson Fury's fight contract with Oleksandr Usyk will be activated. The pair met on Saturday night in Saudi Arabia, where the Ukrainian was crowned the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world after winning through a split decision. Warren says there will be a second fight and believes it will be better than the original. Boxing promoter Frank Warren has confirmed there will be a rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. The Ukrainian won the initial fight between the pair by way of a split decision on Saturday, and doing so became the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world as he retained the WBA Super IFBO and IBO tit, while also claiming his opponent's WBC belt.
Keep hearing talk of people saying that I should retire or I'm gonna retire soon or whatever. I ain't retiring anywhere. I've got 2 fights with Usyk for the undisputed twice. Then I'm gonna fight AJ at least once, maybe twice if there's a rematch, if he wants one, after the first battering I give him. And then I'm gonna fight Ngannou again. And that's just a start. So there's 5 little fights for you to whet your appetite with. I ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. 35-year-old in the prime of my life.
Usyk almost floored Fury in the 9th round with a bombardment of punches, and although he could not deliver a knockout blow, he did enough on the judges' scorecards. Warren told the Press Association that the fight is far from the end of the pair's rivalry, though Frank Warren stated there will be a rematch. I think it will be better than the original fight. They both know each other, they've shared the ring, and they'll be looking to use what they've gained from the fight as an advantage to beat their opponent. The win in the initial bout means Usyk has taken his professional record to 22 wins from his many fights on top of the gold medal he won at the London 2012 Olympic Games. On the other hand, it was the first time Fury had been beaten in his 36 contests. Britain's Anthony Joshua, also an Olympic champion, 12 years ago, had been talked about as a potential opponent for the victor. Fury called for a second fight as soon as the contest had concluded, and Warren has now revealed that a rematch clause will be activated. Tyson Fury has commented that I'm going to show the world why I'm the true heavyweight. King Usyk had his moment, but this time it was my turn to leave no doubt. The rematch is expected to take place later this year, with a date in October being reported. It is unlikely to be another undisputed contest, though, as Usyk is set to be stripped of his IF title because he will not be taking on their mandatory challenger. As the date for the rematch approaches, anticipation continues to build. The Fury versus Usyk rematch is not just another fight, it's a historic event that will shape the future of heavyweight boxing. Fans around the world are eager to witness who will emerge as the undisputed heavyweight champion. Get ready for a night of high drama, skill, and unrelenting action in the squared circle.